Hey everybody, welcome to the Mike and Brad Show. Did you miss us?
Oh, it's been
Did you miss us?
forever.
This is the end of the summer special, finale, if you will.
This is it. This is the final episode.
Of summer episodes.
Apparently, we've been canceled. The director talked to Mike today when I wasn't here. The network has told Mike we're done. This is it. This is the series finale.
Yeah, I found an open. I said, let's do a Mike and Brad show. We got
Yeah.
a lot to talk about, a lot to cover.
We do.
Football season's around the
Football
corner.
season's coming up. I just
That's
came
it.
back to
Can't
America.
wait.
I was in the Azores. Mike Murray took me to the airport because he's a good friend. And I let him use my car, and it almost broke down on the highway. But we made it, and I'm back in America. Welcome back to the Mike and Brad Show. We're here at Brood Awakening. Shout out to Brood Awakenings for having us today. Dave doesn't know. He's not here. Anyways, we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like I had stuff on my notes that are all like old news now. I had like
Yeah.
the Superman movie in my notes. Like that's like old news now.
Yeah.
I do want to say something fresh. I had a show last weekend in Massachusetts, in Taunton, Massachusetts. My good friend Mike came out to support me.
You're huge in Taunton.
Huge. People
Huge.
love me in Taunton. And I went to the show, and my good friend Mike came to support me. And after the show, I saw the owner outside and thanked him for having me.
No, wait. Don't, you're jumping ahead.
No. This is going to be a Tarantino thing where it's just going to jump around a bit.
No, I don't think that's not the way to do this story. Want me to do the story?
Well, all right, I'll let you do the story.
Let me do
But don't be surprised if I interrupt.
I don't care.
Okay, go ahead.
All right,
me.
so Brad had this show, and it was an amazing show. I did go to support, which was cool, and there was some other comics there actually in the audience supporting. It was a really, really cool show in a nice venue, old courthouse. And the cool thing is when we arrived, right, all the way up, we were wondering, are they going to charge me? Are they going to charge him? And I was fine to pay to cover charge. I was fine, but we did get in. And they pointed us to the green room and went to the green room. Not often do they have a green room at a comedy show. We go in there, green room was awesome.
One of the finest
Couches,
green rooms I've seen.
Yeah. And they had a spread of snacks and beverages and cookies and chips and everything. We sat there for a couple of minutes, and then nobody can hear that siren. So we'll filter that out.
What's that word now?
So we do the show, we come back, and we're walking past now.
How good do you think these microphones? I promise you they can hear that. Go ahead, continue the story.
Right. So, anyway, just got bumped up the volume. Quiet down. It's not that much of an emergency.
Save lives a little quieter, please. We have a show to do.
So, we get there, and of course, Brad asked if the owner was there, and he said he's not here, The second in command points to the green room. We're going there. We see the spread and everything. We go to the show, and on the way out, we're walking past the green room, and then we said, let's get some snacks.
We didn't say. Mike said, hey,
let's grab some snacks.
We should grab some snacks on the way out.
So me and Nick went in the green room with Brad. And Brad, just because I guess peer pressure, so we basically emptied out the green room. We had like chips and cookies,
chips.
And
Doritos, Fritos,
in our arms, and we're walking out the door. And who's sitting right outside the door in a chair, it's greeting everybody as they leave? The owner.
The owner, who we didn't realize was
we
even
didn't
there.
have room for another snack, not another cookie.
I was trying to shove the chips in my pocket so he couldn't tell.
We looked like we went shopping.
We looked like we robbed a dollar store of their chips or something. Because they're little bags, they're like the little bags. Like how poor and pathetic do we look?
I didn't say nothing, but he was thinking.
100%.
He was like, these guys just emptied that green room.
3 grown men walk out with
all snack
chips and bottled water and sodas, just like
we had no room. We had to open the door with our hips.
We look like that guy must think like, wow, these guys are really hurting financially. How much do those chips cost? Like 50 cents a pop, maybe?
When we took like $200
we
worth.
did take a lot, yeah.
It was at the cool thing was we didn't have to stop for snacks. They all the way from Taunton, it was an hour ride. They ate chips and cookies the entire way.
I couldn't help but notice that Mike left like a big chunk of the story out, which I knew he would, which is why I wanted to tell the story.
Oh.
But he left like a pretty big part of the story out. So when we were sneaking out, and we already look ridiculous because we're grown men, he booked me to do this show at his beautiful theater. Not only did I insult the theater on stage, I now walked out with all the free chips and cookies I could grab.
Lucky we didn't take any pictures.
So I see him, I'm like, oh, hey, and I'm like shoving the chips in my pocket. And I'm like, thank you so much for having me. And my friend Mike, who this guy I've only met twice. Mike, he's never seen, he doesn't know from Adam. And me being a good guy that I am and wanting to help my friend get work, I said, hey, this is my friend Mike. He's a very funny comedian. And Mike goes up to the owner. He's like, hey, Brad Pierce really sucks, huh? He's like, this guy's not funny at all. And the guy's like trying to give me a compliment. He's like, oh, good job, Brad. That was really good. I'm like, no.
I don't recall saying that at all.
I do. He's like, well, you must.
Oh, no, I think I said.
I said he was
all right.
You must laugh real easy if you like Brad Pierce.
I did say something along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
Which was funny.
Even my buddy Nick was like, wow, Mike really shit on you in front of that owner, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's Mike. He just,
we don't value
can't be nice.
Nick's opinion on anything.
You do value his mustache, though.
His mustache, that's the only thing he's got going for himself. It's a good mustache.
Anyways, it was a fun show.
It
was a fun show.
It was a fun show.
And I ate a lot of chips, so that was a win for everybody.
There was crumbs everywhere. It was like a crime scene.
I don't think my Jeep is fully
And potato chips were the crime, were the weapon.
Do you love that my strategy today was, hey, why don't we film outside so we don't have to deal with all the background noise? And it's been one siren after another out here.
And so join us next week when we'll be on the runway at the airport for the Mike and Brad show.
TF Green. That's voted. Is it true that you know this stuff? Isn't it true that it was recently voted the #1 airport in America?
It's true. And recently I went to Vegas and there was a couple stopovers. And you know what? There was no nicer airport. I have yet to see a nicer airport. I think what goes into it to see it's really not fair because it's not as busy as.
Yeah, we have like 5 flights a day.
Yeah. But it's organized. All the restaurants, there's really no hassle.
It's fast, and the restrooms
spotless.
The restrooms are kind of obnoxiously nice. Like the airport restrooms don't need to be that nice.
Millions on the restroom.
It's like all high tech and everything.
Yeah, but I couldn't wait to get back to Rhode Island. I actually said, no, this is why it was the best one.
If you're not going anywhere, just book a cheap flight so you can go take a dump at the TF Green Airport and experience how nice those bathrooms are.
Baltimore is the worst on earth.
Surprise, surprise.
Worst.
Yeah. I try to go to airports where I don't get shot at.
I thought Vegas was really nice. I thought the Vegas airport was organized. It was very well put together.
How crazy is it that you can gamble at the airport in Vegas?
I
did
a
one.
Crazy thing.
Me and Nick did.
Did you hit?
Last time I won like $20. For
my wife would have turned around and said, "We're done. We're good."
That's what I did. As soon as I win like $20, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm the cheapest gambler ever. But it's so funny because every time I've gone to Vegas, I would look at those slot machines at the airport and be like, who the hell uses those? How depressing.
You do.
And then last time I did it, because we were kind of running early, we had to wait for a flight. Like, let's gamble.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere in Vegas. Hey, welcome to the Brad.
Welcome to the Mike and Brad show. I have no idea how to transition into this topic, but I know you would find it interesting. As a married guy yourself, and as a TV and movie watcher and a sports watcher as yourself, I want to tell you about this phenomenon. So I'm sure at times, and look, I got to give a shout out to my wife. We do like a lot of the same shows. She likes sports. She likes the Patriots and the Red Sox. Like, I have it very good. But any married couple knows you're not going to always agree on what to watch. And in my house, we only have one TV. We don't have a TV. We only have a TV in the living room.
Poor.
That's true. I'm poor. That's why I eat chips
That's why we
out of the
steal
green
chips.
room. And we just have one TV, and it becomes an issue. And again, we're going Tarantino style. Now I'm going to go back and say why I've come to realize that maybe my parents weren't crazy. So growing up, before the smart TVs and everything, you had your TV, your VCR, that's it. When we were young, my parents had 2 TVs in the living room.
No way.
100%.
And no deaf kids, so it was volume on both of them.
That would be hard.
Because back then there was no closed caption.
Right, but headphones.
Oh,
my dad had the
God.
old school headphones too.
Oh,
the big headphones.
So wears them.
The big headphones with like the long, like heavy duty Radio Shack wire. I love that you
like the wires that go under the ocean to bring cable to Block Island.
That's the ones. Like that thing. It's like a hose. I love that you assume they left the volume on to just see who's as loud.
Wow.
So for years, me, my brothers, my friends that would come over would make fun of them. Like, that's the craziest shit you ever seen in your life. But as an adult, I'm like,
bad idea.
Maybe they were on to something. I want to sit on the couch and watch TV. We don't always agree.
It's like the time you saved money on a Craftmatic bed and just propped it one half up with 2x4s.
Also true, if you missed that episode, my parents would put, because they didn't want to buy a Craftmatic bed, phone books underneath the bed because of the acid reflux that runs in my family. Because believe it or not, Mike, we get stressed over nothing. And so instead of like a Craftmatic adjustable, they would just try to sleep like this with the phone book. But anyways,
wow, you had two
they
TVs
had 2 TVs
with the headset.
In your life, of all the places and people you know and everything, have you ever gone to a house that had 2 TVs in the living? And in case you're wondering, it's not a big living room. If you're like, well, maybe they had a huge living room. No. It's about as small as this little area.
It took
right
up
here.
7 feet of the 12-foot wall. So the only time you'll see 2 TVs in an old school house was one TV was broken and it was a floor model and the new TV was on top of it.
In all likelihood, there might have been a broken 3rd TV, but these were 2 operating TVs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So me and my wife really don't like the same shows at all. We differ on a lot of it, and we fight a lot about it because I'll sit there and I'll let her. So every now and then she'll say, "You can have the TV." We have in the bedroom actually 2 TVs, but they're way apart from each other. It's a big double room. So she watches these shows that are on the level of Lifetime and Hallmark, and it's so predictable and. It just drives me nuts, and I can't say nothing, but I sit there and I want to say something so bad. But she loves the show so much. I know it, but she knows I'm sitting there going, I want to say something, so I just take my ears off and play on my phone until she gives me the clicker.
Yeah, I don't have the option of taking my ears off, but if you have this issue at home, I recommend you take some advice from my dad. You get yourself a TV and some giant headphones.
Get yourself a cone of silence.
Just put the 2 TVs side by side.
Wow.
But, have you ever heard of that in your life? I can't believe I never told you that.
Because that was, wow, he was ahead of the curve.
Yep.
He was ahead of the curve.
I can't believe I never told you that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so my mom would be watching figure skating, which she loved, by the way. And my dad would be watching football or Perry Mason, something like that. He loves Perry Mason.
Wow, Perry Mason.
Okay, in other news, Bill Belichick had a great game last night in his opening game for college football.
Wow.
I mean, honestly,
every day that goes by, more and more it looks like it was all Tom Brady.
Yeah,
if the longer he stays into the game, it's going to just keep turning. I don't know why he could have just sailed off. He's got a beautiful boat. Just sail off.
A decent-looking girlfriend.
Huh?
He's got a decent-looking girlfriend.
Yeah, she's probably going to sign a giant prenup. She'll still make millions and millions of dollars. But I don't get it, man. He's just...
It's hurt. He continues to hurt his legacy at great. Now, listen, you know how much I love Tom Brady.
Yes.
That being said, obviously, there are a lot of big moments and times and games where Bill gets a big part.
Yeah.
Like his defense in their first Super Bowl against the Rams, Tom can't take the credit for that defense. And the same thing in their last Super Bowl win against the Rams.
Of course.
But Yeah, I'm always going to give most of the credit to Tom. I love my man Tom. I went to the Tom Brady
his
statue
legacy
game.
is taking a hit every single day.
Oh, every day.
And it's been known, especially in college football, and even now, more and more, it's happening in NFL. The younger coaches are doing much better.
Yeah.
He's
so old school.
The guy who won with the Redskins, Joe Gibbs, and he tried to go back to college. And they go back and didn't work.
But Bill's mentality wasn't working on the young players in the NFL.
Yeah.
The kids in college are like 20 years old, 18 years old.
Yeah.
They're not going to get his old school mentality. I did go to, switching to the Pats, I did go to the preseason game with the Tom Brady unveiling statue.
Cool.
Which was an amazing time to see Tom again in person. What did you think of the statue?
I thought it was fine. I mean, I didn't. A lot of people ripped it apart, saying
People complain about everything.
they'll complain about. I thought it looked fine.
When we first saw it, so we were pretty close, but at an angle, I was like, eh. But once we got to look at it head on, it does look. His face looks exactly like him, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought it was. I
what
thought
are
it
you
was
gonna
fine.
do if you had him? Because some people wanted him like the screaming pose, but then you see some of these statues, they can't do teeth.
Yeah.
If his mouth was open,
Yeah.
it might have looked weird. And you can't do an action shot in a stat.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I don't know. And if you had him like this with the ball, it's kind of boring. What are you going to do?
I thought it was
like
fine. I thought it was fine, and I think the haters just came out of the woodwork on that. So it was a non-issue.
I think that here at Brood Awakenings, they should put a statue of Mike Murray out here just drinking a coffee.
How cool would that be?
By the way, shout out to you for having a nice coffee like a young person today. Mike Murray always reminds me of his age when it'll be like 90 degrees and he'll have a hot coffee. What made you make the switch today?
Well, you mentioned cold brew, so you might as well cold brew.
I do like their cold brew.
Yeah, I do like the cold brew. My wife buys the jug, and I put it in the fridge, and I make it. But I do. I like it. I got this creamer that has a little flavor to it. Makes it's just really good. I've been drinking a lot of it, believe it or not, at home on the sneak.
He's finding his younger side, Mike Murray. Because like my father-in-law too, like I only know like a couple sentences in Portuguese. My father-in-law doesn't speak English. I'll say "Cash café com leite," which is like, would you like a coffee with milk?
Wow, that was impressive.
What he's a really nice guy. He doesn't like to take advantage, so he always says no on the first ask. And he doesn't drive, so if I'm gonna,
I say really no.
Then I say, Dad, come on, you sure you want a coffee? And he's like, nah, okay.
Yeah.
So then I'll say congel, which is like with ice.
Wow.
And or Conta's hot. It's like always hot. It'll be like 112. I'm sweating, Dad. I need a nice coffee.
I already had 3 hot coffees today.
I'm like sweating. I'm like, he's out working in the yacht. He's working in the yacht. I'm like, you want congel?
It doesn't cool off in the summer.
It's like when you hit a certain age, I guess guys just want boiling hot coffee.
I've always been that way. Always been that way. I don't like, but there's a different reason. The ice melts too fast. So
yeah, but I think the hot coffee gets cold too fast.
So I have my iced coffee aside and a cup of ice, and then as I need it, I drink it. So it stays cold and the water doesn't water down the iced coffee.
I think you're crazy. But my problem with the hot coffee is it's only at optimal temperature for a very, very, very short time with the hot coffee. It's way too hot, and then in 2 minutes, it's way too cold, and it's gross. It's like you have this little window with a hot coffee.
Don't you think? I figured this out.
Of course you have. All right, go ahead. Tell us.
Everybody has a Keurig at home. Is that how you say it, Keurig?
Yeah.
Keurig. So I got a Keurig. The problem is, the viewers at home are going to understand where I'm coming from. Cools off too fast.
Way too fast.
How fast? Fast.
So fast. Like you got, like I said, a tiny window.
I bought an Ember mug. You ever hear of an Ember mug?
Is this the thing you have that has like a hot plate you put it on? No.
Nope. It has a thing, a charger that you charge it. So I got two of them. I got two of them. I got 2 Ember mugs. Now, for those at home, these Ember mugs go for about $135 a piece.
I'm out.
Right. So, but I did find.
Do they have any in the green room in Taunton?
I did find 2 of them on Marketplace. So there's a lot of people that get them as a promotional item, and then they sell them on. I bought them for $50 a piece, which is a sweetheart deal, less than half of what they're worth. So what happens is, Brad, this Ember mug, you put your Keurig in there, it keeps it at whatever temperature you want for 90 minutes. So
That's
if I
not
want
bad.
it, mine's at 135 degrees.
Jeez, Louise.
135 for 90 minutes. And then when that cup is on, it has to go back on the charger until the green light comes on. It will be good. And then in my second
Mike's
cup of coffee,
tongue has
I
burnt out of his face.
grab my other Ember cup. So get yourself an Ember cup. Don't pay full price. Go on Marketplace and buy one. Mine actually came in the box. I spent $50 for a $150 mug, and it's absolutely amazing. Best investment I ever had.
For the record, Ember cups or Amber, I don't know what he's saying, but whatever,
Ember,
they are
Ember
not
like,
a sponsor.
Ember like fire.
Okay. They are not a sponsor of the show.
We will
today.
be putting this clip on the interwebs.
Yes, we will.
And
So
maybe
if they
they'll
want
reach out and send
they
you
want
a-
to sponsor us, we would appreciate that. This is an old. No, again, we haven't done the show in a while. I was away. Mike was away, but there was a craze that went on a little while ago, and I never got to ask your opinion on it, which was, could 100 men beat one gorilla in a fight?
The silverback gorilla.
Yeah. What is? Do you have an opinion on that?
It's kind of what happens at comedy shows.
We usually lose.
Yeah, the comic is being attacked by 100 people that just hate you.
Yeah, they hate
Kind
us.
of like
They
your
want their
set the
money
other
back.
night for the first few minutes.
The first few minutes were a little rocky. It took. What do you think? I still wonder how.
It
what
would never
changed?
happen
The
because
first
the
couple
first
minutes was
first
like a little
5
weird.
people are going to have their limbs ripped from them.
Okay.
There's no way the other 95 people are going to keep charging forward. You're out of there.
Okay.
A silverback gorilla could tear your car apart.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind a human.
Yeah.
So-
But if they all come at once,
Impossible.
maybe. No.
Dude, it's like punching the biggest guy in the schoolyard first. It's not going to happen. It's not.
So you
that
think the
doesn't
gorilla
happen
wins?
with a silverback?
So you think the gorilla wins?
100% of the time, only because he whips apart just a couple of people. And
I
the rest
think
of
if
them take off.
everybody runs at the same time, they get a shot. I think a lot of guys are going to die in the process. But I think like the 99th and 100th guy, they go grab a coffee on their Ember mugs, and they're like, yeah, that was
hit
a
him
good
with
fight.
an Ember mug.
All right, so which leads me to my follow-up question. Could Mike Murray beat 100 squirrels?
100 squirrels.
100 squirrels
I heard they
versus one
scratch
Mike
your
Murray.
eyes out. So
Oh, they'll go for your eyes.
yeah, they go for your eyes.
So you think the gorilla wins against normal men, and the and the squirrels win?
If I could put, if the attack is spontaneous, I'm just walking along a path in the wilderness, and these squirrels say, "Hey, let's jump that fat
Yeah.
guy," I'll probably lose. But if I have time to prepare for the
You
fight,
train?
I bring nuts.
Oh, so you like throw
Yeah,
them
see his
off,
nut and then
distract them,
boom,
and then
right in the
step
back
on
of
them. All right, that's a good strategy.
Yes, yes.
I thought you were going to say if you had some time to train.
Train? What's that? Nobody needs to train for
Well, look.
100 squirrels.
I think we covered it, right? We've covered it. Thank you for tuning in. Real quick before we leave, what is your prediction of the final record for the Patriots season this year?
The Patriots. Put
Let's
this
get
in
a
your
number.
bank.
Get a number. We'll do Mike's prediction and Brad's. Go ahead, hit me.
Patriots will win 9 games
9 games.
and make the playoffs, and they'll be healthy, and
I-
that's what's going to drive them deep into the playoffs. I will be putting money down on the Patriots to win the whole damn thing. If I put $100, I already looked this up. If I put $100 on them, I win $6,000.
All right.
Now, I spent $100 on a lot of crappy stuff. Chips was not one of them.
So I hope you win it, but realistically, you predict 9.
9.
I keep getting. So is it? Where are we at now? Is it 16? How many regular season games are there
It's
now?
16.
It's 16 now. I get thrown out because remember they added one.
Yeah.
Plus the bye. All right. So you're saying 9 and 7.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
that usually makes it in the
All right.
playoffs.
I like to say I'm cautiously optimistic. So you're going 9 and 7.
Yeah.
I can't pick. All right. I'm gonna be.
Now write this down so that way we can go back to it at the
Yeah.
end of the season.
Man, I'm having a hard time with
See,
this one.
you're a negative person. I'm
Yeah.
a positive person. Look at what Mike Vrabel's bringing to the table and his
I
entire
know,
coaching
I
staff.
feel good about
Whole
it.
different attitude. And you got Will Campbell. If he stays healthy, Every single play should be just running behind him. Done. Run behind
You know what
Will
I'm
Campbell.
gonna do? I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood because I was gonna say 8-8.
I'm gonna say 9 too.
I'm gonna go 10-10.
Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, hide the chips
I'm in a
and
good
cookies.
I saw the statue. I saw the touchdown on the opening play, and I got in the spirit. At that game, it fired me up. So
How about
we'll
the
see.
play with Will Campbell? They were running, was one of the first plays, and he just blocked this guy for like 15 yards. It was like a scene
awesome.
from The Blind Side when he took the guy and went right into the stands. I think it's going to be amazing. A fast fact for you, Will Campbell, his entire college career only gave up 4 sacks.
Wow.
Entire college. You know how many snaps that is?
It's a lot of snaps.
So he only gave up 4 in his entire college career, which is amazing. And they still gave him bad reviews on his report, like his sporting scout report.
whatever.
They said he has short arms.
T-Rex.
I'll take the short arm guy.
We got to go. We're out of time. Thank you for tuning in to the Mike and Brad Show. It's good to be back, Mike.
See ya.